people did an early morning hike to catch the sunrise here in the mountains. You can see those are clouds down below. Clouds and fog. That way is going to be the sunrise, I think. So gonna wander over that way. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Nice to see you. How's Korea? How are things in Korea? Oh yeah? We're on the opposite ends of the earth, eh? Yup. All mine now. All mine now. What's up, vegan for them? Nice to see you. Great name. Parents and aunt visiting. Nice, nice. This way. Yeah, I bet that is busy. It looks cool over here because of the fog. And the sunrise is going to be over there. It's going to be pretty fire, I think. Or maybe it's beyond over there. Hey, what's up, Mel? Nice to see you. I'm doing an early morning hike for me. This is where the cows sometimes are. You can see there's cow poo everywhere. But yeah, I thought I'd catch the sunrise. Check out that fog. That's wild, huh? Sunrise is gonna be over there. There's someone over there with their dog. But that's all right. No cows today. Maybe they let them out later, I don't know. Mel, how you been? I'm just gonna assume that that's Mel and not Steve. We know Mel's the one with the phone. Try to pan out when I'm walking because it's shaky. I really got to work on my camera skills, to be honest. But so, Jeremy, did you move to Seoul? I can't remember. You were living outside of Seoul, right? And then you may have moved to Seoul. One of my favorite places. Kind of jealous. Speaking of mountain views, when I was in Korea, have you ever climbed that mountain, that tallest mountain in Seoul? It's very beautiful. I was up there and there was like this wild dog up there. And then also this guy who didn't speak any English. But we like had like a hiker's bond. And he was sharing his food with me and I was able to tell him, oh, I tried to explain to him, vegan. And so we didn't have any communication other than, nonverbal communication, but it was special. I took good photos with that guy, and I was actually really sad when we were making our way down the mountain and he wanted to keep going. I feel like I can't remember if it was like gonna rain or something. But anyway, when we parted ways, I felt like it was a tragic moment. Me and that guy. Yeah, there was this, hey, good morning, Jake. There was this flag of Korea up on the top. And we did us like a little fist bump up there. But it was really cool to see that wild dog just wandering around up there. That's cool. We swapped sides. The people with the dog went that way. Sorry for the shaky camera, guys. I think, if my channel makes it to like 1,000 subscribers and I can monetize, then I think the next thing I'll do is invest in a gimbal so that I can do these streams and have it be smooth. Because I've seen some cool YouTube videos of people who have those things. Problem is they're super expensive. So I don't know if I can justify it just yet. These lives are really helping the channel. Right, Jake? Like these lives, they just do well. I don't know why. Not all of them, but a lot of them. When you just like turn your phone on and go live, it really hits that algorithm. Hasn't hit just yet this morning, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's so different though when I go live to do the reaction streams, right? Like those basically just reach your subscribers and nobody else. But sometimes these ones reach beyond, and I don't know why. Buchanan. Must have been that. Whatever's the tallest mountain in Seoul, which has a really cool view of the city, huh? I took some good photos over where it says danger. Don't go past this area or something. And I did. It wasn't very dangerous. But I guess if you're stupid, it might be. Last time I walked through those woods, I lost signal down there, which is too bad because there's a great view. It overlooks a gorge, and I think that's where the sun's coming up. So that's a shame. I'm gonna go through them a little bit though. I mean, they have towers right here. That's kind of why I've been doing, well, it's the second time, but when I've done hiking stream, I've done it from this place because they have towers up here. So you can actually get a signal. Whereas most places I'd like to show y'all, no signal. But that's okay. What's an awesome difference in Korea? Oh, yeah. Wait, what do these signs say? I must have never been on this part of the trail before. No motorcycles. No problem. I don't think I'd be riding a motorcycle on this. Not possible due to a landslide. Hikers should not proceed. All right, let's go. What's up, Red Pyro? Y'all, let me know if the signal starts to cut out and then I'll turn back. I don't think it makes it. I don't think it does well over here. Red Pyro, how's your day going? I know it's not easy to type sometimes. Ooh, fire sunset up ahead. I'm gonna try to get it. Hope the signal lasts. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Really hope I can get to that gorge. But I don't know. I mean, I can get to it. I just mean, I don't know if my phone will carry a signal that far. So I'm counting on y'all to let me know if and when it cuts out. Where does this go? I never took a trail down here. I didn't even see that trail before. I just walked through the woods that way. What's up, vegan teacher? I don't think that is the vegan teacher, but maybe a vegan teacher, huh? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go off path. Let's do that. Teacher was playing Roblox last night, and oh, look at all the mushies. Damn. To see what kind of like vegan games they had, and they were all themed around that vegan teacher. That vegan teacher lives in people's minds so extremely. Damn, so many mushrooms over here. How's that signal holding up there, Jeremy? Smooth as vegan butter. Smooth as Miyoko's oat milk spread. Nice. Yeah, see, this area got hit badly by a storm. maybe not this exact spot, but this whole area basically. You know, this spot seems to have been spared, but you'll run into signs like I just ran into, where it's like, do not proceed, hikers, don't go here, because of storm damage mainly. Like, I mean, I don't know. That could be just trees fell. I don't know. Where would be the best view? Let's see. Let's try this way. I know, Jeremy. It's how so many people go, right? Check out this footage, right? And then they go tumbling. Well, that's because I didn't do it before. I'm usually a night owl. That's why, Jeremy. That's why. Scramble this rock with one hand. Here we go. That's it. Yeah. You get really cool views out here. Excuse me, bird. Do you mind? No, I'm just kidding. I'm on their turf. All these little flies. Oh, I was trying to figure out what your emojis were, Jeremy. They are so little that I couldn't tell what they were until now. I was like, wait, is only half of a black heart showing? Kind of wish I had caught this earlier, but that's all right. If I had gotten over here when it was all pink and shit, that would have been cool. Look how it's separating from that cloud. That's kind of cool. What's up, Catch Me If You Can? This is the Blue Ridge. Might as well be heaven sometimes. Nah, USA. Where are you located, Catch Me? Great movie, by the way. Great book, too. Ah. Hey, check it out. See that? I can't even actually tell what that is, but I think that's a lake. Yeah, it looks like a lake. If I could hold it steady. Well, I'm glad I delivered because I titled this video Mountain Sunrise, and I was like, am I actually gonna see a sunrise? I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. I guess this is technically the sunrise, right? Kinda. We didn't see it like coming over that mountain. That would have been awesome. But that's okay. Thanks for being here. Catch me if you can. Sure you get some nice views over there in the UK too. Whoa. All these little acorns started dropping all at once. Squirrels. Oop, they're slippery. Dropped right out of my hand. Oh, congrats. Are you still able to get to London much? Oh yeah, I mean the acorns are slippery. This isn't very steep right here. It's pretty safe. Of course, that's when people fall, right? Is when they're not expecting to fall. That's always the case, huh? Found a good spot. I hope the cows come out. I want y'all to be able to hang out with some cows. I want to hang out with some cows. Up on that bald behind me. This is the Blue Ridge Mountains right here. So this is eastern United States, where I'm located at the moment. The Appalachian Mountains. My buddy Lisa Lapel, who I did an interview with, she was 9 years old, growing up in Germany. She discovered that her parents were, I'm trying to avoid words to keep this mainstream. She discovered her parents were what the Germans were in the 1940s. I'll just say that. And she rejected them and ended up becoming an animal rights activist and civil rights activist, had this incredible life. She went to Africa. She was basically the spokesperson for this Congolese, I believe it was this group in the Congo that were rebels. It's just a wild story that I can't really recall at the moment. Anyway, I believe it's her 84th birthday today. Or 85th, something like that. So happy birthday, Liesel. Check out that interview on my channel. If y'all haven't seen it, it's extraordinary. I actually interviewed her twice because she's so crazy. I mean, her story's so crazy is what I meant to say. That we had to do 2 interviews just to cover it all. But if you guys have ever heard of that book, Eternal Treblinka, she's got a section in that book towards the end. Anyway, very cool person. Let's walk this way. Yeah, if you go towards the end, there's a chapter called you know, the person who led those Germans, that guy, his baby. That's what the chapter's titled. I'm trying to keep this stream mainstream because I feel like these lives, they have potential to reach beyond how many degrees? Oh, it's like, I don't know, it's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, in America, we do everything Fahrenheit, so I couldn't tell you Celsius. I don't even know what that is. That's some crazy thing that you guys came up with to confuse all us dumb Americans. It's nice. I have a t-shirt on. Let's get this view. See the cow poo? Cows are everywhere over here. I don't know if we'll see them though. That's about what it is, Jeremy. I'd say it's about 59, 60. See, they got towers up here. That'd be a good view. What kind of work they do? You see, there's actually a road that leads up here, but I don't know who's allowed to access that. Because for me, it was like a 45-minute hike, not a long hike. That's part of the appeal. It's a kind of a quick, nice one. easy. But, you know, out here they actually have some really, really epic mountains that I wouldn't have known about if it weren't for this friend of mine who really keeps track of these things. And I would love to show y'all, but I just don't think my phone could do a live out there. What's up, Felix? I mean, I could record it and post it, but it's just not going to reach that many people if I do that. Maybe I could record it on horizontal view though, so at least it would look better on a computer. Sun's really shining now. Man, last night my playing Roblox was so much fun. There was this game that was like a model of Universal Studios with roller coasters and everything, and it was so well made. You felt like you were there. You had to like stand in line and everything and go through all the stuff. It was so crazy. We surmised that Universal must have had a hand in making that game. But yeah, riding roller coasters and like, you know, those more tamer type rides, it was so crazy well done. I don't know why I'm telling y'all that. I don't think y'all care, but it happened. So anyway. Yeah, I started talking about that and my views went down. They dropped. So yeah, sometimes there are like 30 cows, 40 cows just roaming around over here. But they have ear tags, so it's not like a happy thing to see. But it's still nice to see cows, I suppose. Yeah, it's definitely a more rural area. That's like fog and clouds out there. Yeah, same. I like to be in nature more than cities. There are certain cities that I find really interesting and exciting, though. Like Jeremy and I were just talking about Seoul, South Korea. I thought Seoul was a really cool city. I used to live in Washington, D.C. I thought that was a really cool city to live in. It was at that time, too. We weren't driving, me and my partner. We just had bikes. So we biked around DC all the time. It was just fun to live there because you could bike everywhere along the Potomac and around Capitol Hill and all the, you know, that was like where all the history was being made. And this was back in the day when Trump wasn't in the White House, not to get political or anything, but yeah. So it was interesting to live there, and it was more of a happier place at the time. Take care, Red Pyro. Whoa, interesting, Jeremy. I was there during the Obama years. Well, not a long time, but I was there during part of that. Um, but yeah, one of the things that was cool about DC was going to the baseball games, the Nationals. You could get into those games for $10. So we'd go all the time and just watch the Nats play. And you could also see like any indie movie because they had good independent movie cinemas and stuff. That was so cool. Actually, someone was asking me about the tattoos on my arm the other day. So I have these albatross on my arm, and it's like sort of meant to be a depiction of this scene from Moby Dick, but also kind of two things: a scene from Moby Dick, and then this film called Leviathan, which is a documentary about the fishing industry. And that's something that I was able to see back when I was in DC. And that was when we would just go to like any interesting looking independent film. So this was long before I was vegan or had any interest in animal rights or anything like that. But this documentary is about the fishing industry in New England. And it's really fascinating. Like they attach cameras to ropes from the ship. So there's no dialogue. It's just filmed from these ropes hanging with cameras hanging from them. So it's like swaying in the wind and swaying like, going above water, underwater, above water, underwater. It's like really hypnotic. And it could make you queasy, I guess, if you're prone to being queasy because it's a lot of motion. But that one really impacted me, and the scene that I'm talking about with the albatross and the birds is where like they're showing, how there's like all the fish entrails being like dumped overboard, and the birds like have a like massive feeding frenzy, so it looks just like the apocalypse. There's birds everywhere diving, and they filmed it with this gray sky with this stormy backdrop. It was so intense looking. uh, so anyway, I've got that depicted on my arm and chest. But yeah, some lady was asking me about that just yesterday, so that was kind of fresh on my mind. How do we start talking about that? I guess we were talking about DC in the cinema. I guess I was rambling is what I should say. But yeah, I don't know anybody else who's seen that movie. It was kind of an obscure indie film. And I mean, it's not like fantastic or anything, but it's pretty intense. It's just very experimental and different. Like it'll be like nothing you've ever seen before. So I do recommend it. I don't know how you can find it these days, but you know, people who are good on computers can usually find things. Highly phantasic. What's that mean? I don't even know that word. Hearing me describe visuals like that, it's hard for you to relate to, huh? I should describe it in a more, I don't quite know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know that word. I get to learn something new today. Once Jeremy tells me. You're not going to keep it from me, are you, Jeremy? Huh. So it relates to visual memory, is what you're saying? Visual imagination, memory. Well, basically, it's just a highly moving, a very, the cameras are in motion for the entire film, essentially. Or in some parts of the film, they linger on something dramatic. You know what? I should, you should just look up Leviathan trailer, Leviathan documentary trailer, and there's like a 2-minute visual trailer that will give you a sense of what I'm talking about. And you'll see the cover will if it doesn't show the birds like I described, then it's the wrong thing, because that's the most dramatic scene in the film. Yeah, it's not like a happy film, just so you know. It's just sort of a visual experience, though, or a sensory experience, because it's very audible too. Like, yeah. I like how I'm like the only person up here. There were 2 people at one point with their dog, but since then, they took off. I started hiking in the dark, but the sun was, I could already see a little bit of daylight coming up. But this was worth it. I had talked to a family member last night, and they were asking me if I was getting out into nature lately, and I was like, man, I need to more. What's up, Pia? Maybe I should go see what it looks like that way again. Yeah, it really is. We had a cool view of the sunrise at one point, Pia. I mean, the sun's there. I'm gonna go back to where we were. Yeah, and then also you can see all the fog and clouds. And cow shit. Lots of cow shit. Cow shit everywhere. You gotta watch your step, especially when you're doing live streams. No telling if you're stepping in mud or cow shit. Probably cow shit. Man. Yeah, totally regenerative up here. Oh, there's still some people out there. I think that's the same people as before. Man and woman. Leaving. Damn right you're leaving. No, I'm just kidding. What if I was just like intensely rude to everybody that was up here? I should be. I mean, this is my turf. How dare they? Oh, wait, who's the rival? These people? Yeah, exactly. Lions, though. Regenerative, though. What else can we cover today? Oh, that's what I thought. I thought it might be Pia. This is the Blue Ridge Mountains, Pia. So this is eastern USA. Damn, it feels good right here. Once I hit the shade. So it is actually starting to warm up a bit. Oh, don't be quiet, Pia. You gotta help me with that algorithm, you know? Gotta help me. Everybody hit like, you know, and subscribe and bell notification and share with your family and say, oh my God, the greatest stream that's ever happened. There's this dude and he's up on a mountain. Ooh, speaking of, that's actually quite pretty right there. Look at that. Why is it so red? Nice red bush. Yeah, guys, tell your friends, you know, like groundbreaking YouTube is happening right now. Guys hiking and live streaming because he happens to be somewhere where they have towers. You can't always do this, you know? I think so. I think the algorithm is important. I'm told. Well, here's what I'll say about the algorithm. I lose at the algorithm game. I lose. And I accept it. I accept that. But, you know, we can combat it. By pressing like and subscribe. That's the way. I think. And commenting often. Maybe I should say, last time I was here, I tried controversy. I had Brian with me. And I thought maybe we should talk about abortion. Just to, you know, boost the algorithm a little bit. The internet loves controversy, you know? So yeah, what's y'all's take on abortion? Whatever your take on abortion is, mine's the opposite. And we'll argue about it. A vegan teacher from Japan, nice. Very cool. We've got Jeremy from Korea right now, and vegan teacher from Japan. So we're representing Asia quite well. Yeah, it's dominating everybody's feeds, but my God, I think we could use a break from it, right? Veganosaur, what's up? What's up? No, that's a vegan teacher. That's not Miss Katie though. But that's a different vegan teacher. Veganosaur. Scream out loud in the wild. I could do it, but I'd hate to disturb all this nice nature. A little mushy. Y'all missed it before. I found this like crazy patch of mushrooms over there. Tons of mushrooms. Go back to our spot. Vegan ninjas. Y'all know about the cow ninja? Do y'all know that legend? Well, if you don't, let me tell you about the cow ninja. So yeah, there's a cow ninja. There's a sanctuary not too far from here. Well, I should say kind of far from here, but not that far. But there's a cow there that likes to hide in tall grass. And so you could be walking by not knowing that there's a cow there, and suddenly cow, ninja cow, snuck up on you. Not to do anything nefarious, of course, But just to give you a little cow fright, a little harmless cow fright. And you have to respect it, you know? You have to respect an animal that weighs like, I don't know how many pounds, but many, many pounds, being able to sneak around in that way. And yeah, there's cows somewhere around here too. Yeah, there's like 40, 50 cows somewhere. I think that way, but I could be wrong. But they're not out right now, which is quite sad. So 50 ninja cows, really, you might say. Or you might not say. I don't know what you would say, but I would say about 50 ninja cows are over that way. Okay, this is close to our spot. I think our spot was down there. It wasn't on this rock. But anyway. You haven't seen me. That's true. I'm being sort of a ninja myself right now. I don't think I've even gone on stream. Where's that sun? You know, so nobody wants to talk about abortion, huh? I get it. Oh, really? The psychology of cows? That's cool. It's a nice sound of wind. I don't know if y'all could hear it or not. It's the smartest way down. Probably that way. I have to be more careful when I'm doing a live stream because you only have one hand and you're like focusing on a live at the same time as you're walking around. So you could easily take a wrong step. So I have to like make sure that I pay attention, even on like really innocuous places like this. Like this isn't bad, but this is where I could see myself falling because I wasn't paying attention. Here's a nice spot. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. There it is. There's a nice clearing. Oh, yeah. Just a sec. It's all going to be worth it, guys. It's all going to be worth it. You see? Did I steer you wrong? I did not. This is the spot. This is even better than we had before. Oh, there's sticks everywhere if I need to. Maybe I just leave this going and then I just lay down and take a nap. And then y'all can just have this on. Maybe, when I wake up, we'll have found out that the stream, did really well. And I wasn't even awake. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, let's boost that algorithm. Oh, Pia's on it. Pia's getting into the abortion debate. See, the thing is now, argue with Pia, and then you'll need to start calling each other names. Racial slurs probably would help the algorithm. I think that's how people generally succeed these days. Stir up debate and tension. Yeah. Maybe I can position the phone so that it just doesn't move. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do it. I need, see, if we can get this channel to grow, right? And then maybe I could afford to buy a stand and a gimbal so that it would be just perfectly still like that. Hang on. I'm trying to put on my backpack. Let's see. There's probably a better way, but come on now. All these flies too. Yeah. No. Which there are cows over there, but they're not natural, of course, to this. There's bears, foxes, squirrels, centipedes, bees, house flies apparently, because they just landed on my hand. Acorns, lots of acorns. I know those aren't animals, but they've been very active today. So you could probably argue that today the acorns are sentient acorns. Okay, you know what? Maybe I can do this with a rock. Let's try a rock. That's what I'm gonna do. Suck at this. Oh, now there's an ant. Oh, ants are out here. Ant on my phone. Yeah, those mushrooms were. Who was here? Jeremy was here. Jeremy, you saw those mushrooms, right? That was a big. Those are some big ass mushrooms. Okay. There's got to be a way, guys. There's got to be a way. Something just bit me. So there's that animal. Whatever just bit me. My arm got a little sting. but it's all good. And what's up, Playbox? Yeah, trying to set up the camera so that I don't keep moving it. But I suck at everything. So just bear with me a second. Doggo's here. What's up, Doggo? Doggo, I had a cool stream last night with I I know you popped in for a second. I know you're gonna sell blocks. What? But I went to Universal Land, Universal World, and it was so accurate. Also climbed a mountain and did really well. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, ants and flies. Nice flowers. Um, yeah, I can't find a good rock. Doggo, come on now. No, we're not on that kind of trip. Playbox. Jeremy, wish if I was doing a stream, I wouldn't be doing that on live stream. There's a good Jeremy asked me if I had a stick. Now I do. John, what's up? I believe it, Jake. I believe it. Yeah, the stick of truth right here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I did ask for that, Jeremy. Look at this guy. Can you all see that? Kind of hard to see on the camera. Maybe y'all can't see that. Doesn't really show up. Anyway.